What's up, everybody? I go by the name of Doggie Diamonds. You are now watching Doggie Diamonds TV. This is a part of the rundown. This is something I don't normally do, but one of my homies emailed this to me, and they got the official Big U paperwork. As you can see, it's from the courts, government. I don't know. I think you gotta pay for this. I don't know how he got it, but and I also don't know if he want me to shout his name out, so that's why I don't. I should have texted him prior to that, but we doing content. So this is Big U's official paperwork. As you can see right here, you can see all the court numbers, everything. This is not fake. This is not none of that. I will never read no fake paperwork. Matter of fact, I never did this before, but I just thought it was interesting to do. Let me see if I can actually zoom in. Oh, I could actually zoom. No, that might be too far in though. Let me see. Is it a way you could zoom out now? Yeah, that might be. All right, that's a little bit better because y'all know I'm blind too. So let me read this. So let me get into this. So I don't know how to do that docket number stuff. So if y'all see all that, then y'all do that on your own. But it's the United States of America as in 3/17/2025 versus Eugene Henley Jr., Sylvester Robinson, Mark Martin, Tremaine Ashley Williams, Armani F. Leger, Frederick Blanton Jr., and Tiffany Shankira Hines are the defendants. So criminal complaint by phone or other reliable electronic means. The complaint in this case state that the following is true to the best of my knowledge and belief, and around the years of 2010 through the present, in the county of Los Angeles in the Central District of California, and this is the violation codes, but damn, since 2010 he's been getting investigated from this paperwork is saying. Offense description is RICO conspiracy, interference with commerce by robbery, transportation of an individual in interstate commerce with intent that the individual engage in prostitution and bank fraud. The criminal complaint is based on these facts. Please see attached affidavit. And affidavit. So this is complaint and signature is Andrew James Russa, the special agent. You can see that the date is March 17, 2025. City and state, Los Angeles, California. The Honorable Patricia Donahue, U.S. Magistrate Judge. So this is part 2 of the paperwork going through, but this is what I want to read. So the introduction, the purpose of affidavit, the person's property, and the premises to be searched, items to be seized, summary of the investigation, summary of probable cause, statement of probable cause. And it has these letters right here, and it goes to the Big U enterprise, B, the check-in, B1, how the check-in works. So all that time dudes are saying checking in and all that, they was using that against them basically. 2, how Henley and the Big U enterprise respond to failures to check in. So this is basically saying when they tell you to check in, if you don't check in, this is what happens. So they was investigating that the whole time. C, supposedly the legitimate businesses and charities used by the Big U enterprise. D, racketeering activities of murdering, I didn't mean to say that, unaliving RW. Then they go to 1, summary. The unaliving the connection to the Big U enterprise. Henley's cell phone location corroborates his involvement in the RW's unaliving. Evidence from the scene. Henley arranges for the recording equipment from the studio to be removed and surveillance video to be destroyed. Interviews of the family, witnesses, and Big U Enterprises associates. Title 3, interceptions. Robbery and violation of the Hobbs Act as racketeering activity. That was E. And then 1, Henley directs a robbery of and conspires to rob, and Robinson and Williams personally rob a marijuana dispensary at gunpoint. So Williams, if you don't know, is loose cannon. So that kind of made me think why loose cannon was kind of flipping on whack at 600, like, yo, y'all telling, because maybe he know his involvement in certain stuff. So Henley directs a robbery of and conspires to rob, and Robinson and Williams personally rob a marijuana dispensary at gunpoint. Williams continues to commit and discuss robberies and other violent acts. Those interviews that you be seeing. Further evidence of the Big U Enterprises involvement in robberies. That's 2 and 3 that they're saying loose cannon was a part of, that they have what discussion of. Extorting in violation of the Hobbs Act as racketeering activity, transportation of individuals in interstate commerce with intent that the individuals engage in prostitution in violation of the Mann Act, and as racketeering activity. Fraud in the violation of federal wire fraud and bank fraud statutes as in racketeering activity. Economic injury, disaster loan program fraud, wire fraud through embezzlement of charitable donations, bank fraud. Henley's tax claims, other criminal activity showing how the Big U enterprise operates. Henley coerces a witness to recant statements to law enforcement implicating a Big U enterprise associate. Henley makes various threats and brags about violence to further the Big U enterprise's reputation for fear and violence, solidifying its power to extort victims. Henley and Robinson describe other threats and violent acts of the Big U enterprises. Identification of property and premises to be searched and probable cause that evidence of the various subject offenses will be found in that property and at these premises. Summary of probable cause that development options is permeated by fraud and that the relevant evidence will be found at development options premises. Development Options is his charity, training and experience on racketeering offenses. So this is what they're doing. So let's scroll down. So this is the actual, if I'm not mistaken, let's go back to the top. This is the actual, the special agent. So the special agent is on the paperwork, and this is where it says, I, Andrew James Russar, being duly sworn, declare and state as follows. I am Special Agent SA with the Federal Bureau of Investigation and have been so employed since September 2018. I'm currently assigned to the Criminal Enterprise Squad at the Orange County Residence Agency of the FBI, where I am tasked with investigating violent gangs and organized crime criminal employees. From March 2019 through December 2024, when I joined the Orange County Resident Agency, I was assigned to the Los Angeles Field Office investigating violent gangs and organized criminal enterprises in conjunction with the Los Angeles Metropolitan Task Force on Violent Gangs, a multi-agency federal, state, and local gang task force. My experience as an SA, special agent with the FBI includes, but is not limited to, conducting physical surveillance, executing search and arrest warrants, working with informants, issuing subpoenas, analyzing pen registers, and trap and trace records, interviewing subjects and witnesses, consensually monitor meetings and telephone calls, analyzing financial records, and conducting court-authorized interceptions of wired communications. I have received training in the investigation of violations of federal law, including racketeering laws and federal drug conspiracy laws, and I have personally participated in and assisted with several gang investigations involving racketeering and drug conspiracies. So this is the part where they're gonna go through purpose of affidavit. China Brim is your fault. You about to make me say affidavits. Shout out to China Brim. This affidavit is made in support of a criminal complaint and arrest warrants for Eugene Henley Jr., also known as aka Big U, aka Unc, aka Drawers, aka Hannibal Muhammad, aka anybody unalive, aka Dave Austin Henley, that's Big U. Sylvester Robinson, aka Vay, aka Mark Martin, aka Bear Claw Martin, for a violation of Title 18, United States Code, Section 1962D, racketeering influence, and corrupt organization conspiracy, what we know as RICO. Tremaine Ashley Williams, aka Loose Cannon, for violation of Title 18, United States Code Section 1951A, interference with commerce by robbery. And I guess that's for the dispensary thing. Armani Aflagi, aka Manny, for violation of Title 18, United States Code Section 24021, transportation of an individual in interstate commerce with intent on the individual engaged in prostitution. And Frederick Blanton Jr. and Tiffany Shankira Hines for violation of Title 18, United States Code, Section 1344, bank fraud. The facts set forth in this affidavit are based upon my personal observations, my training experience, and information obtained from various law enforcement personnel and witnesses. This affidavit is intended to show merely that there is sufficient probable cause for the requested complaint and warrants, and does not purport to set forth all of my knowledge or of investigations in this matter. And still, unless specifically indicated otherwise, all conversations and statements described in this affidavit are related in substance and party only. All amounts are approximate, and all dates and times are on or about those indicated. The only problem I have right here, because when I read this, it's addresses on here that I should have marked out. I didn't mark the addresses out, so I'm gonna stop right here and I'm gonna try to find a way, because this is just straight PDF. I don't want nobody address out there, so damn, I got a problem with that. And I should have thought about that before. So I'm gonna stop right here. So you see some of the charges, the main people on this case, although they bagged a lot of people, allegedly, we see Loose Cannon. These people right here is definitely the defendants. Loose Cannon, Big U, Sylvester Robinson, Mark Martin, the Armani person, Frederick, and Tiffany. Those are the main people that they're going after. RICO conspiracy, interference with commerce by robbery, transportation of an individual in interstate commerce with the intent that the individual engage in prostitution and bank fraud. I need some damn water. See the little parts. So I'm gonna stop right here. I'll continue another day. I don't want to put nobody address out there. And I remember, I didn't read this. This is my first time reading this aloud. But I do know somebody's address was on there, and I don't want their address out there. I don't want to do that. I don't want nobody's address to be out there. That would be, somebody that has nothing to do with this getting put out there. That's foul in my opinion. So when I could recall the paperwork, somebody's address was out there. So let me not do that. And if you don't believe me, I could scroll down a little bit and show you that the address was about to be shown. So so I don't want to do that. So yeah, right here you see in part 3 it says person's property and premises to be searched. I would like to skip that. So I don't really know how to do that. Could I just go to page 8? I don't want to do that, and then I have to do this whole video over because it's here. I like what I did so far. I'm gonna leave it like this. If you want to see more of this, leave me a comment, send me a message, type more in the description box, and I read the rest of it. It's 107 pages, as you can see, and I got all of it. And I guess if you got access to the courts, you can get it yourself, but I don't really have access. I just got somebody that sent this to me. So I don't know who else got this, but I got it because people want me to be in the know and not mess up anything, with reporting. So that's what it is, man. I'm Doggie Diamonds. If you want me to come back and read more and go through more of this, I didn't see Brick Baby and I didn't see none of that in there so far, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I only got up to page 8. I didn't read the whole thing, so I will be reading it with you at the same time that I read it, but I would like to go through it and like cross out, make sure addresses is crossed out. So that's what it is, man. I'm Doggie Diamonds. Hope you enjoy this. Spread the word. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. This is Doggie Diamonds TV. Until next time, you know what to do. Peace.